All right, I'm back with another video. I'll get into the idea for in a second. All I want to say is, I started this channel at the end of February. I got 1,500 views in I think like 5 or 6 days, and I didn't tell anybody about the channel. Not face to face, not phone, not internet, not nothing. Okay, my information for the channel was all different. The name is different, everything is different. I don't, you know what I mean? Like nobody knows this is my channel. I didn't tell anybody or anything like that. And I just made this channel on at the end of February, literally on at the end of February, and then I hit like 15,000 views. About like 2 or 3 months ago, I hit 15,000 views really fast. I was getting over 2,000 views for just for the clip, like just little clips. You know what I mean? I was getting 2,000 views. And for some weird reason, I hit 16,000 something. And like 3 or 4 months later, guess where I am? 17,000 something. Okay, so it stayed at 16,000 for like 3 months. And in the last like week, it went up to 17 something. 17,100 or something, which I just can't understand. How is a channel that does so well in the beginning with no notoriety, with no notification to anybody in any way, how did it just stop at 16,000 and just stop going up when when the content is getting even better and better? That I don't understand. So I wanted to start with, but I get into the idea. The idea, again, I'm going to talk about True Life. Okay, I actually spent some time. Yesterday, I watched like 45 minutes of footage. Some guy called The Dog or something like that. I don't know who that is. It's supposed to be, he's kind of advertising that he went to prison and he came out. So he's interviewing True Life. It's 8 months ago he posted it. I don't know if it's from 2 years ago, but 8 months ago he posted it. And I watched it extensively. I'll be honest with you, I was very reluctant to watch any of True Life's interviews. Once I saw the old Beef video and I saw his new videos that he did, the music videos, I was just like, I was in shock and awe. And I talked about it. I did a couple of videos on True Life. I was like, what happened to this guy? Like, you know what I mean? And always remember that when you say rich people don't have problems and all that shit, that's bullshit. The guy was always rich, okay? And what was more important to him? His fucking rap, man. He was rich, but by the way, none of my videos are for children anymore. I like 99% of them, new videos. So, all that, like the thing, he never advertised himself having money. You know what I mean? He talked about, I deal drugs, I did this many crimes, I've robbed, I've done all this shit. And I know and I kind of noticed early on he was kind of desperate to get onto the hip hop scene. Now I'm not knocking. I know he's Puerto Rican. He's from New York. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans there. Do I have anything against a Puerto Rican getting into hip hop or rap? No, absolutely not. I've listened to a lot of rap and hip hop and a lot of black rappers from 90s or now or whatever. I don't have any kind of like, he's black or you know what I mean. I don't have any of that. So there's nothing, I got no issue with him being Puerto Rican and going into rap music or anything. Like I got nothing against that. But anyway, so, and I talked about it, at the end, all he had left was, I doubt the guy's even alive anymore. All he had left in the end was his money. And what did he do? He came out with these videos. I do it when I want. I do it when I want. He's showing off his Ferrari. He's got like 20 gold chains here and all that. And so yeah, so after I saw that, to be very honest with you, I did not want to see anymore. I was like, dude, I don't want to watch any of this guy's interviews. I typed in True Life interview and I see like 6-7 interviews. When he was younger, he liked the braids, he liked wearing gangster hats, he liked dressing hip hop, and he was never showing off his money. He wasn't throwing that out there. He was trying to throw out how gangster he was. For him, money was second to his rep, his gangsters respect. I'm not saying I'm that guy. I'm just telling you about him. I was very like taken aback. Like my eyes were like hard to open. Like it was just difficult to watch. You know what I mean? And I watched all his music videos with Future and all that stuff, and it was so difficult to watch. It was excruciating. It was just like I hated watching it. It was just like, wow, man, what happened to you, man? You know, if you're starting with something, you're rapping. So what happened? Anyways, after a little while, you know, I really got nothing going on with hip hop. So I'm like, I'm gonna go back and watch his interview. So I watched about 45 minutes of his interview. He talked about his jail experience, his prison experience, coming out doing parole and all that stuff. He really, you know, and that, I guess that's his most recent interview, as far as I could find on YouTube. And you know, he just he seemed like he just almost regretted, you know, like he was in regret at the moment. You know what I mean? His eyes looked like, dude, I thought that rich shit was cool. I thought that rich shit was gonna fly. And I thought that rich shit was gonna replace all that gangster rep and reputation and everything that I had, all that shit that I lost, because I know he lost it. Like, you know, all that shit that I lost, you know, my money is gonna make up for it, because money is gonna be it. And that's not just him, that's a lot of rap, that they were doing that in a lot of rap, you know what I mean? And that's why I respected Fetty Wap. I kind of like, you know, I'm rich, but I'm still fucking hood, you know what I mean? That's what I liked about Fetty Wap, and I like Remy Boys and all that, a couple of their songs, I watched some of their music videos. I think that's the only rap music I listen to in modern times. That's the only rap music that I like, genuinely, Fetty Wap and all that. A True Life actually takes 1738. He says it in one of his songs. Is it good, bad? I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, it was like, you know, he was probably hoping that the money thing would take off, because hip hop was turning into, or it still is, degeneration. You know what I mean? How spoiled am I? You know what I mean? How disrespectful am I to family, to code, to who I am, to my origin and everything? How disrespectful am I? How much of a piece of shit am I? How many strippers do I have in my music video? How much money am I flaunting out there? You know, money basically took over, and I feel like a lot of 90s rappers let themselves down too. I'm not just talking about, I know I'm talking about True Life right now, and I'm more disappointed in him because he shouldn't have, like that was kind of fucked up. But you know, all these other guys from the 90s, and I fucking embrace 90s rap. And I'm not talking about 50, he came afterwards, but I'm just like, dude, like, you guys really dropped the ball, man. You know what I mean? You guys dropped the ball, man. And I'm not blaming them. It's just that they kind of folded and fell under the pressure. All these new kids started coming out, being disrespectful to them, and they started shutting their mouths. When one after the other started getting punked, the rest of them started shutting their mouths. Dude, we don't want to fuck with this right now. This is some serious shit, man. I know they're like little gay, you know, little whatever kids, but fuck, man, like this shit is like, dude, I don't want to get fucked over because I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to shut the fuck up, and I'm going to play the game the way it is right now, because that's what surviving is about. You know what I mean? I got to do a second part to this video. But, yeah, but so, you know, I watched 45 minutes of this video. It's pretty much like he can't believe it. Like, he's thinking to himself, dude, somehow, like, that gangster rap and all that shit survived, man. And that shit is living, man. And that shit is genuine. Dude, I was on the bandwagon for that money shit. And he's thinking to himself, dude, if this money shit falls, dude, I'm done, man. I'm over, man. If this money shit fails me, man, like, you know, like, fuck all the morals and everything I had in life because I got more money and I got luxury all around me, like, he thought that would take off. And I know he didn't think it would last long, but he probably thought it would take off and that he would have fun in the moment. You know what I mean? He would be enjoying the moment. I gotta tell you something about myself. I stopped enjoying the moment when I was really young. I told you I was 6, 7 years old. And for whatever reason, like I told you, the man that lived in my house, old man, he was a total nutbag, and everybody stopped talking to him. Like everybody that knew the family or knew him. So pretty much everybody broke ties. That house became desolate. Nobody wanted to come over to that house. Nobody wanted to talk to him. He had no friends left in his life. He had nothing left in his life. He was just angry and pissed off every day that his life sucked shit. And he was full of regret, and he hated life, and he hated everything, and hated his kids, hated everything, and he just pretty much, you know, there was this desolation because nobody wanted to come to the house because of him. You know, anyone's friend didn't want to come over and see him. He was really proud that he would tell people off, or he would, you know, he was really proud about how people wanted to avoid him. He actually liked that. So I was in desolation anyways. I learned to not live in the moment. I didn't have any kind of music or rhythm carrying me. Nothing was carrying me. I had nothing in my life. I grew up fucked up. I started with nothing, and I had nothing all the time. So yeah, at the same time, I know what having nothing is like. Oh, you know, I know this is gonna sound like a commercial. I was listening to Kanon. I was listening to his Soba song. And I heard that song a long time ago, like when it first came out. And Kanon, I don't know anything about him. I'm not gonna look into him because I just care about two of his songs. That first song actually made it to like FIFA's attention, and they wanted to use it for soccer. It was really cool. I really like it. I think he's artistic. I never watched his music video before. I just saw it. I thought he was artistic. I thought it was really cool. And then when he did Waving Flag, which is like an official Coca-Cola sponsor, and I think it was for FIFA and everything. And I just love, and I'll tell you what I loved about it. He didn't have a flag. The song is called Flag, okay? And he says in the chorus, Waving Flag. And he doesn't even have a flag at all in the video, or maybe most of the time, I might be wrong. And he's going like this with his hands. The whole time, he's going like this with his hands. And he's all with kids. They all different ethnicity, all different kids playing soccer. And he keeps going like this, and wave your flag. And his message is like, when I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like, you know what I mean? It's all positive, man. His message is all, I mean, Soba was about rebellion. Soba was like, I've had enough of this. I can't take your bullying anymore. I can't take your prejudice. I can't take you holding down my pride and my art and everything I love. And you're turning me to the point that, like a Somali gunman, I want to ride out right now. Now, I give him respect for that. I give him nothing but respect. I don't know about Somali politics or anything. I don't even know what the cities in Somalia are called. I got no idea. But I gave him respect for that without knowing anything about his people, whatever. I gave him so much respect for Soba. And then when he did Waving Flag, I mean, just this whole, he's doing this the whole time. He doesn't even have a flag in his hands, man. The soccer ball they're using is like an old shitty ball, man. You know what I mean? I see him doing this and I'm like, wow. I'm like, I had respect for him in Soba. I had like a million times more respect for him in Waving Flag. He doesn't have a flag, but he's still waving the flag, and they're still proud. And I love that message. I think, you know, and those two songs, like, they caught in the FIFA world, man. You know what I mean? Like, they caught the attention of the FIFA world, man. Like it's so special what he did. And I just saw them for the first time, both of the music videos, and I really appreciated them. Now, this tape took us off track. I hope, well, I'm gonna have to do a second video. Listen, back to True Life. Yada, 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 yada. I don't care. Okay, I saw 45 minutes. I could give a shit. It was all about how he was living in prison, and then he was on road. He got paroled, and how he was living on road and all that shit. And I could give a shit. I could give a shit about his Jay-Z shit. I don't give a shit about any of that. You know, and honestly, I got nothing to say about his interviews. I got nothing to say. I want to watch more of his interviews. I get disgusted, and I just get like, so I feel like I'm pushed to watch another interview, like after a couple of days of nothing, and I'm like, fuck, man, like I'm like, what's the word? I'm reluctant. I'm like dreading it. Like, fuck, am I gonna really watch another True Life interview? Because I feel like I got it all figured out. You know what I mean? It's very obvious. And it's just weird because he went from like remember that beef video? He had all these Puerto Ricans with him, right? And he was Puerto Rican, all these Puerto Ricans. There was a couple other guys too, but I mean, he had all these Puerto Ricans with him, and they were talking hard and doing hard shit. And then it's like, where did your people go, man? Because all I see in your interviews and your music videos, I don't see any fucking Puerto Rican people in your music videos. But and he has an album. Let me start the next video.